What is up, guys? James here from the Light of Riga YouTube channel, and in this video we're going to be doing a reading for all my Capricorn Sun sign friends. If you're born between the dates of December 22nd and January 19th, then you are a Capricorn Sun sign, and this video is for you. In today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at the month ahead for all Capricorn Sun signs. This spread's going to tell us what past, present, and future energies you have with you. It'll also tell us what to hold on to and let go for the month of September, as well as any obstacles or lessons that are going to be on your path in the upcoming month. Basically, the spread is going to get you ready for the month of September so you know what's coming up and you can handle it in the best way possible. This is going to be a general overall reading, so not everything's going to apply to everybody in a specific way. So take what works for you and leave the rest. But if you do want a reading tailored just for you where I tap into your energy, then check out my Etsy shop. The link is in the description and in the card, so you can go check that out and see for yourself what kind of readings I offer there. Today I've got some crystals with me. First, I've got my sodalite sphere, which I keep with me for every tarot reading. It's my favorite tarot crystal. Then I've got carnelian sphere, and carnelian's a beautiful quartz variety that resonates with the lower chakras, and it brings vitality and energy and creativity, which is everything we need to make this the best reading possible. Okay, so we're going to be using those crystals. And we're going to be using the Hobbit Tarot. This is a tarot deck based on Tolkien's The Hobbit novel. You don't have to be a big Tolkien fan to get the most out of this deck, so we're going to use it today. And the question we're going to ask the deck is, what are the energies surrounding Capricorn Sun signs this September? Just give me a moment to shuffle the cards and center myself. Alright, that should do it. We'll deal out 8 cards. Alright, and while we're at it, we're going to take a look at the Earth Magic Oracle. We're going to ask the Earth Magic Oracle what message it has for Capricorn Sun signs this September. What is the message for Capricorn Sun signs this September? And we're going to take a look at that card at the end. Alright, let's see what we've got here. I see a couple major arcana, 3 to be more exact. And I see a lot of swords and cups and coins. Interesting. Nice mixture here. We got a mixture of major and minor arcana. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at each card individually and then see what this spread is saying as a whole. The first card we're going to look at is this one, and it represents the energies of the last month, or the energies of August. And we've got the 10 of Cups. And the 10 of Cups is a great card. It's one of the most happiest, joyful, beautiful cards in the deck because it's about emotional fulfillment and just being where you want to be emotionally, focusing on those positive emotions and allowing those positive emotions to affect your life in a positive way. And that is what I'm getting from this card. I get the feeling that August was a very good time for a lot of Capricorns. You felt fulfilled. Maybe you're on your path that you want to be on, and things are just working out for you, and as a result you feel good. You know, maybe things aren't working out, and for those of you who still feel good even though things aren't working out for you, good job, because that's the way to do it. That's what we are all striving for, to be emotionally happy and fulfilled no matter what our exterior outside world feels like. And I think that's a goal that a lot of you have attained in August. Some of you got there because your goals are being realized. Others have just changed their thought process to positivity, and as a result, they're living in a positive life. So good job in August. I get the good feelings from that card. The next card we're going to look at represents the energies of now, the current energies, and we got the World card. Give me a moment to go into this. Okay, the World card is about the ending of something coming to a close, the end of a cycle. And, this is the general overall reading, so not everything's going to apply to everyone. So please take what works for you and discard the rest. But I do get the feeling that right now things are coming to a close for some aspect of your life. I'm not really sure what it is. Since this is a reading for a large group of people, it's going to be a different thing for a lot of you. For some, it'll be a job. So others, it'll be a relationship. Others, it'll be you're moving to a new place, or you're starting a new hobby because you can't do an old one. Something is coming to an end is the feeling I'm getting here. It's the end of a cycle, and it's a difficult time to deal with. A lot of us will kind of lie to ourselves and tell us that this is not the end, right? And sometimes things just end. That's all there is to it. There's nothing you can do about it but move on. And so whatever is coming to an end, realize that it's making space for something new and something better, and something that's going to help you grow further. So don't get too upset when things come to an end at this current time. This card here represents the energies of next month. So the energies of September, we've got the Seven of Swords. And this card is one of deception. I do get the feeling that there's going to be some deception happening in September. Perhaps you're not ready to call it quits on whatever was ending. That could be some deception that's going on your part, kind of lying to yourself and not really seeing the situation for what it is. So if you find yourself kind of not accepting the reality around you in the month of September, I think that's something to consider and start. Maybe you need to get a little bit more grounded and a little bit more realistic on what's happening, so that you're not deluding yourself or deluding others into believing a certain thing. So yes, I do get the feeling of lying to oneself coming in the month of September. And I'm sorry that's not a more positive card. I just read the cards as I see them. But I do think that the more negative the card, the more beneficial it is. So yes, there may be some reason for you to do some investigating into the self in the month of September to see how you're not being truthful with yourself. That's the gist I'm getting from that card. All right, moving over here, this card represents what to hold on to in the month of September. We've got the Death card, and change is a coming, and this card is saying embrace that change. Yes, change may seem negative on the outset. You're losing something, or things are drastically different, and it's hard to assimilate that into your life. But this card is asking you, Capricorn friends, to accept change and to allow change to occur, and realize that change is positive. Change is bringing new. Change is bringing something fresh to the whole situation that's going to help you to grow. And I think it's just the mentality of change. So many people have a negative mentality towards change. They'll automatically just say change bad, right? Change no good. I don't like change, and not really look at the whole picture from a higher vantage point and realize that this change is bringing something new and exciting, and it's providing growth, basically. So accept change wherever it does appear in your life in the month of September, and that will benefit you greatly. This card here represents the biggest obstacle you're likely to face in the month of September. We've got the Page of Swords. And as you can see here, the Page of Swords is someone who kind of wants to impart their wisdom, impart their knowledge or their ego thoughts onto others, and is very quick to say what they are thinking without really feeling through it. And I think that's going to be an issue for you in the month of September for a lot of you. Not necessarily you, but a lot of the Capricorns are going to feel like their communication is kind of barbed. Their communication is a little bit unrefined, and it causes people to kind of fight against you. So the message of this card is that the biggest hurdle is going to be your thoughts and how you express them to other people. And are they lies? Are they beneficial? Make sure that the things you're thinking and saying to others are coming from a place of positivity. There's no ego barb in there. There's no subtle put down, right, in your words, in your speech, in your thoughts. And I think that's going to be a hurdle for you, cleaning up your thoughts and your words so that they're not harmful to yourself or to others. So be very conscious of what you're saying and thinking in the month of September, especially when it comes to other people. This card here represents what to let go of in the month of September. We've got the Strength card. I think this card is suggesting you let go of your pride. It's, things are changing in the lives of Capricorns is the gist of this reading. And so it's so easy for us to think that remaining strong means resisting the change. I'm so strong I can resist change, right? And that's not a good thing. That's not strength at all. That's weakness. That's strength masquerading as... Wait, weakness masquerading as strength is what that is. So real strength means accepting what is and making the most of it no matter what is. Okay, so that's what real strength is going to be. So kind of reduce that pride. When things are changing, your ego might take a hit or your pride might take a hit, and that's okay. It's okay to release those and kind of just throw yourself on the whims of the universe, basically, and realize that you don't have nearly as much power as you think you do, and it's a lot better to roll with the punches than to fight against them. So yeah, this card is definitely suggesting ease that ego a little bit, ease that pride, so that you're not getting in your own way. Your pride is not getting in your own way of transformation and change. Okay. This card here represents the energy of the people around you for the month of September. And I just want to say that this represents the energy of everyone in your life as a whole. Of course, individuals are going to have different energies, but as a whole, the people in your life are going to be the Two of Coins. And kind of mundane, right? The people in your life are going to be focused on the day-to-day activities, their routines, their schedules. You sort of have like so let's say you have a friend, and whenever you see this friend, you both act a certain way. You talk about certain things, and you do certain things that are in alignment with what you're used to doing. And you have sort of a rapport with this friend, and you're used to doing the same thing over and over, and it becomes a habit, and it becomes just what you guys do together and how you behave together. And that's kind of just like the routine. And that's what I'm getting from this card, is that your relationships with people are going to be very how they usually are. There's not going to be a lot of excitement. There's not going to be a lot of new energy being thrown into the mix. It's just people are just going to be their normal selves, maybe on the touch a touch on the side of the boring side, you know what I mean? So if you're looking for excitement, you're going to have to generate your own this month in September. I don't think the people in your life are going to generate too much excitement for you. They're just going to be doing their thing, doing their schedule and their routines that they've always been doing with you. So, all right. This last card here represents the biggest lesson you're likely to learn in the month of September. And we've got, the Three of Swords. I hate to see this card, especially when there's a lesson involved. What I'm feeling here is that there's going to be some sort of disappointment, and I think this is probably wrapped up in the change that you're going to be experiencing in the ending of a cycle. I think there's going to be a little bit of disappointment, and you're going to maybe be a touch heartbroken, maybe saddened, or even depressed for some of you. And I think that's going to be the biggest lesson, is getting over that depression, that sadness, that disappointment, so that you're manifesting in a space of positivity. If you allow the negativity to seep into your thoughts and your feelings, you're going to start to manifest that negativity into the real world, into reality. So we don't want that. We want to get over this change as quickly as possible. And looking at these cards as a whole, I definitely see that that's going to be a challenge for you. Things are going so great in August, and now something has come up, and something is changing rapidly. Something's coming to an end, and I definitely see a little bit of lying to yourself there, not really accepting this change and kind of fighting against it. Is kind of the gist I'm getting of September. But the cards are telling you to allow change. Death is the card of change, and it's suggesting that you hold on to changes and allow it to happen, because it will improve your life, I promise you. And it just might not seem like it now, but it will, and that's what these cards are saying. And then an obstacle that you might feel because of that is just being kind of not very careful with your thoughts and your expression, and your words. Not being very careful with them and allowing them to get out of control. Being kind of haphazard with your thoughts and with your words. And that could possibly have a negative impact on your life in some way. So let's try to clean up our thoughts and our words as much as possible, so that we're doing and saying things from the highest good. Let go of your pride and your ego this month. It might take a hit, it might be damaged, but trust me, your ego will bounce back. Your pride will bounce back. But don't let it interfere with your growth this month. I do feel like change is coming, and if you're going to be prideful and stuck in your old ways, you're not going to allow change, and you're going to be stuck. And there's nothing wrong with being stuck. It's just wasted time. It's just more time wasted. So let's try not to get stuck into our old ways. The people around us, speaking of old ways, are gonna, fall into our routines. It's gonna be kind of mundane, and the relationships that you have in September, the same old, basically. So, yes, like I said, if you're looking for excitement, you're gonna have to generate your own. But the biggest lesson is getting over disappointment as quickly as possible, and realizing that any disappointment you feel is basically, the source of it is basically just fear of the future. That's all it is. And once you can change the fear of the future to an embracing of the present moment, right? Continually we fear the future, but the more we can turn that fear of the future into a love of the present, the better your life will be, and the more fulfilled you'll feel. And we can return to that August energy that you had in August, okay? So that is the reading. One last thing. We asked the Earth Magic Oracle what message it had for Capricorn Sun sign friends in the month of September. And we've got, Wolf Instinct. All right. The message here that I'm getting is that you're going to have to go this basically on your own. September it's not going to feel lonely, but you're definitely going to feel like there's not many people to depend on, is the feeling I'm getting. And not to be bleak, not to be pessimistic, that's not what it is. This is just being real. And it's going to be, you're going to be sort of a lone wolf on this one, on this change. Like I said, your friends and family are going to be kind of stuck in routine. So you're kind of going to have to go alone on this one, but be sure and be assured that you can trust your instincts, that your instincts will guide you into the right place. Because like the wolf, who instinctually knows where to find food and water and shelter, the same is true of you, except your instinct is actually your higher self communicating with you on an earth-based level. So trust your instincts and don't look for too much outside help. Not that it won't come, but I think this is a test that you need to face on your own. And it's not a huge test. It's just dealing with change. And it's something you've dealt with your whole life. It's just something you're going to have to deal with in September, basically. And I say deal with it as if it's some negative thing. No, change is positive always. It's just the ego mind that tells us otherwise. Alright, so that is going to be the reading for you guys. I hope you got something out of that. Remember, this is a general reading, and not everything will apply to you specifically. But if you do want a reading tailored just for you, where I tap into your energy, then head on over to my Etsy shop. Link in the description, link in the card. Just click on that. We can do this particular spread or any number of other spreads that that will help you to solve some of your problems. If you like this video, please consider giving it a like. It lets me know I did something right and that you enjoyed it, so I really appreciate that. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns about this video, put those in the comment section below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about these videos. And if you really enjoyed this video, please consider hitting that subscribe button. I release these Tarotscope videos bi-monthly, and I also sprinkle in a whole bunch of videos in between, including a weekly reading every Sunday. So be sure to check those out. I think you'll like them, and subscribe if you're interested. And that is going to be the reading. I wish you all the luck in the world, Capricorn friends. It's just a little bit of change, nothing major. You guys can get through it. I believe in you, and you believe in yourself, so that's all that matters. All right, guys, leave a like if you enjoyed this. Have a great month. Happy taroting. Peace.